afternoon. Bonsoir, bonsoir, bonsoir. How are you guys doing? I'm so happy. Yeah, you guys waited for me. Well, you know, we have too many special people around. And let me tell you, I can't wait to introduce you to a power group. Yes, I love to repeat myself. Anyway, guys, ladies and gentlemen, my audience, everyone, I have amazing people. But before we start the show, I really want to thank the audience for taking the time to share, for taking the time to comment. I'm going to tell you why it's so important. It's important not for me, but the people that comes to the show, because the world needs to know their talent and what they have to offer to the community. Okay? So do your job. I do my job. I bring them in. You share. Okay? Goody, goody, goody. And then also, I want to thank everyone who voted for our chef to come to the show. We're going to get to meet him. I'm going to get to taste this amazing food, let me tell you. And then we're going to talk about this amazing book as well. We have so much we're going to be learning. And if you are a celebrity, want to become a celebrity, I have someone just special for you. You know, we got to make it easy for you people with Chef Tia. I'm a little stressed because tomorrow is a big day for me, a big day for Chef Tia. I have to do a speech. And then we'll talk about that tomorrow because I need to start eating, you know me. But really, I'm going to introduce you to my guests. And then, you know, the drill. They're going to talk about themselves for about 10-something minutes. Again, guys, it's not about me. Don't wait for me to come and ask you questions. It ain't going to happen. If it's not from the audience, I do not ask questions. So we have Rachel, we have Diana, and we have Chef Robinson. Each and every one of them have something special to talk to you. Something important that we all gonna capture and go home with it and change something or part of something in our lives. And I can't wait to have him start talking. And then we have people in the audience actually going live as well. They need to shut down their phone. Thank you, the audience. There's only one live going on, is my live. Love you. Yeah, Chef T, I don't play no game. So, yeah. I'm gonna start with you, Rachel. Because I heard so much things you're doing in the community because you also have a show, and I really want to hear about that. I know your book. I can't wait. You see the book. And if you guys, by the way, you guys have 2, 3 phones, a computer in front of you, Google, go Amazon. They can start looking for it. So if you guys want, while we talking about it, then you can click purchase. Correct. Okay? So, are you ready, Rachel?
I am ready.
So now we're going to talk to Rachel. Rachel, please tell us, you know, who you are, where you're from, and what you do.
All right. So I am Rachel Sylvain Spence, and I am a compassionate and passionate woman who is fully spiritually grounded. I am driven by my purpose. And what is my purpose? So I believe my purpose is to inspire, motivate, and empower the younger generation, and actually the population as a whole, to step into their greatness. I also believe that my duty is to serve my community, and my skill is to shift energy. Nice. So having said that, I have founded a couple of things, actually. I have founded a charity, actually, 11 years ago called the Timunakai Foundation, where I actually give back to the Haitian community in Haiti, where we support grassroots organization locally. Mission is child development or child care, child welfare as a whole. Our motivation is actually my LLC business, where I actually provide inspiration, motivation, and empowerment to the community at large through talks, through coaching, and also through consulting work. I actually, as you mentioned, and let me just say, I am Haitian, American. I embrace both cultures. The Haitian in me is strong, and also the New York in me is as strong. So I can separate both. However, I actually recently, through my journey through self-discovery, felt that I have identified several steps to discover who I am. And I felt it was important, besides my training and also my, my learning experience, that I share that through a book. So I came up with a 7-step process to connect with who you are. I believe that we all have a rhythm that is distinct to who we are.
Correct.
And as Caribbean folks, we know that the beat of the drum is something that we move from, and I think that we all have a beat within ourselves.
Amen.
And if we're able to connect with that beat, with that rhythm, we get to know who we are. We become more acquainted to who we are.
Correct.
And you may wonder, what did I say all these days as I define who I was? Because I feel that it's important to define who you are by what's within you as opposed to your accolades.
Correct.
You're not defined by your job, by your you're defined by who you truly are within. And it's really important.
That's hard.
It is
And that's
very hard. It's very hard.
That's very hard.
It's very hard to do.
You're going to start training me because
Yes,
that's
girl.
one thing I don't know how to do.
I got you. So this is why I actually started this way, because I think that, yes, I coach. Yes, I actually am a social worker. Yes, I carry several different hats, but ultimately, the true version of who I am is within. Yeah. And and I need to own it, right?
Yeah.
So
Correct.
getting to know who we are, and this is where the self-love comes in as well. You get to know who you are, you accept who you are, and eventually start loving who you are, and you're able to become and step into the stage to become more successful. So really, this is what I do. So the 7-step process is to connect with your inner rhythm. But I've also have
I like that, inner rhythm.
Yes, because I do feel that we have a rhythm.
You should
distinct
quote
to
that.
us.
You should quote that and keep that for you.
trademark it.
Trademark.
Trademark it, yes.
With
Trademark it.
the rhythm.
And
I like that.
And I also have a 4
totally.
stages to shifting energy, because
Yeah.
I think that we all carry energy, and we tap in and out of that energy level on a daily and by seconds, right?
Yeah.
And so it's important to know how to identify it, how to release it, how to redefine it, and how to react to it. So I call it the 4 R's. Just saying.
I'm sorry, you call it the 4?
4 R's.
4 R's.
You know?
Oh, R's.
R's.
The letter R,
Rachel.
I like that.
The first R is to recognize the energy. Okay. Second one is to release the energy.
Wow.
Nice.
You refine the energy, and then you react positively to the energy. So it's a matter of learning this process, and as you go through the process, it becomes part of you ultimately.
Right, totally.
So it's a workbook.
So you do private coaching?
I do private
like
coaching.
someone like me who
Yes.
needs to have that?
I do private coaching, and ultimately, I have to share with you, as you asked,
Yes.
I really
please.
focus when it comes to coaching to women like us
Correct.
who are in the process, and not no problem. Chef, I got you. I got you whenever. But we all have to have a niche. And actually, women that are working women, that are entrepreneurs, but working women that are struggling to really align themselves, to find balance, because we carry several different hats.
Do you know that men are weaker than us?
No, I'm sure.
And they won't come to you.
I know. Believe it or not, I have a lot of men who actually are reaching
That's
out to
good.
me for that. So, but ultimately, hey man, hey, I got you. So,
Yes.
out there. But that's ultimately because we need to find balance. And I briefly, and I don't know what
Yes.
minutes, how many more minutes that I have in my process, but I think a lot of us, as you said, men and women could actually identify, and I'm sure many of you can right now, with struggle with keeping it together while everything else is falling apart.
Right.
I mean, I'm sure all of us here could
Oh,
say
yeah.
at some point we have this struggle.
Yes.
Men and women. And because of that, I've had that type of experience where life is great, no complaints, life was wonderful. Decided to join in with my husband in the project. We ended up purchasing a business, which is urgent care.
Oh, wow. So
Clinic.
you have
Yes.
an urgent care.
I've had.
Oh, you
So,
have. Okay.
so ultimately, life was great. The whole purpose of it was to really get us to a different stage, to get even, live it up a little bit more, right? And this process was great. It wasn't my dream, it was his, but I joined in, I got in, I got involved, I did everything that I had to do. It became my baby ultimately.
Oh, wow.
It was an urgent care that was already existing, so I acquired the staff that were there. We had shift energy within that practice. I mean, it became from a practice that was not doing well to a practice that totally customer service went to the highest.
Right.
Everything was amazing. No complaints. I saw the vision. But ultimately, what was supposed to keep us, bring us to a different state was keeping us up at night.
Right.
Oh.
Okay, so here we are. We took a step towards something great, and ultimately, it was actually keeping us at night, and the monies were not coming in as we thought it would. So at some point, we had to make a decision.
Right, and those are the hardest decisions.
Yes, because I'm managing several different staff who actually bought into the idea. I mean, it became theirs.
Right.
They were really all 100%.
That's heartbroken.
And so that experience for me was, the quote that comes to mind is actually Marilyn Monroe that says sometimes good things come apart so that better things can come together.
Wow,
Okay.
I like that.
And so it was a reminder for me that, okay, this is just a process. But had I not gone through this journey of self-discovery and being in the space in my life where I was able to process things, I was aligned, that I wouldn't have been able to overcome because I was a mom at the time. I was a wife. I was running a charity. I had so many different hats. Also being the primary person for my parents and as well as grandparents. So ultimately, trying to keep it together while everything else was falling apart to not show anyone or not affect their lives.
Right. And then keeping it in.
So that's really this discovery, this self-discovery that I've gone through was really helpful, and it made me realize that, you know what, if I've gone through it, I can only imagine the amount of other women out there and people out there that are struggling to that.
Right.
It's Tony Robbins that says, things doesn't happen to you, it happens for you. Right. So I embraced that experience. It was a setback, but ultimately I wouldn't be here today. It's an amazing show, Chef Tia, with a book, and actually with a show myself. So the backyard show.
And she has her own show, by the way.
Yes.
So when do you air? This is your time, Rachel. It's not because you're on Chef Tia that you show.
No, the backyard chat with Rachel.
And I like it, the backyard.
Yes.
I love the title.
Yes.
The title is really nice.
And as you mentioned with your show, it was about getting people together around the table. I also felt that, being from the Caribbean background, we sit in the backyard.
I saw the setup.
We kick it back. We get a couple of drinks, and then that's what we do. We kick it, right? We kick it in the backyard. So it was that setup, but again, keeping the vision and the mission together to inspire, empower, and motivate others to really step into their light through inspiration talks.
So that means Rachel is inviting you to her next show, okay? And by the way, get ready because the book comes out.
Yes.
When does it come out?
The launch is actually February 13th.
February 13th. So we need to support.
Yes.
We need to support.
Yes.
Okay? Definitely support. And then now,
I get to eat.
You get to eat.
Sorry.
Where can we find the book?
The book can be found on Amazon, as well as ourmotivation.com, which is my website. And it's really like, it's a twist. If you can see, it's the me for myself. But it's me energy. Let's give a twist of Jamaican in it. You know what I mean? The me energy. It's all about energy.
Feel to it.
Exactly. So, hey, go find it. It's there for you. And I'm at your service. Feel free to reach me out on ourmotivation.com.
I love it.
So, Diana,
I get to eat.
I have to wake you up. Let me tell you. I want to introduce you again because I know I said everybody's name. Diana flew from Atlanta.
Wow.
Okay? This woman, I don't think she stayed home 2 days. She's always flying. She's always traveling. She's always going everywhere because of her job and what she does. Okay? So really pay attention to Diana, to what she's going to talk. If you do have any questions for those amazing people, please, I have the phone right here. I see your question. I'll go ahead and pass it on to them. Okay, so we don't want to take too much time from Diana. Diana, it's your time. Now I ain't get to enjoy my food.
Hello, everyone. Hi, my name is Deanna Brown, and I am the founder of Wallspot Marketing Communications, based out of Atlanta in New York. And what I do pretty much is help your business. I do a lot of communications, and I do a lot of research based on your audience and help you succeed. Pretty much what I do, you'll come to me. I don't want to go straight into the promotions, but the type of field that I'm in, I have to go right in.
Yes, you do.
So I just help people that's in business, pretty much entrepreneurs, and we serve different audiences like the lifestyle, the hospitality, the beauty, and also the tech. Technology is just something we just started 2 weeks ago.
Oh, nice.
Actually, I'm sorry, 2 months ago.
2 months ago.
Yes, yes.
Not for her.
Yes. Because we do have a lot of clients that's actually asking for the technology. Because, you know, right now, when it comes to the social media, the whole tech thing, it's taking over.
Right.
So that's pretty much what I do. And a lot of people, we do get a lot of clients that call the office and say, okay, what is marketing and PR? People always get it all confused. Marketing, it's like, okay, I'm inviting you to dinner. Can you come? So branding is like, why do I have to come?
Okay.
Pretty much. So there's a difference. So you have, if you market your company, yes, people can see the product. Oh, I love this glass. I love this cup. What exactly does it do? What does it do to me, to my soul? Can I, because it's all about the attachment when it comes to certain brands. So if you go to the store, you purchase something, the first thing that comes to mind is the last experience that you had with either a cup of coffee or a cereal or the product you use on your face. So that's pretty much what I do. I help people develop their story, also develop their marketing concept and PR. And I have worked, my firm worked from Fortune 500 companies to celebrities. So that's pretty much what I do. So, yeah.
In a nutshell.
Yes, in a nutshell.
That's good, but the thing is, so let's say I'm here.
Right.
Because I want to understand.
Right.
Okay, I understand Rachel really well.
Right.
You know, somebody like me, she can come and help me, bring me up. But let's say I'm here and I want to become this celebrity chef. I'm already a chef.
Right.
I have a vision. I've been working on my name. I have my logo. I have all these things. Do I come to you
Right.
as a PR and then
Right.
you get me to the next level?
Totally.
Because that's also what a PR does.
Right,
To
public
get you to
relations.
the TV.
To the TV, right.
People who want to get on TV.
Right.
Here you go.
Go back. Or you
Right.
try to leave a little escrow money there.
Right.
They don't work like that. They don't work like that.
Right. Well, a lot of time people think being on TV, because I get a lot of calls like that sometimes.
Yeah, because you do have
Right.
clients that are on TV.
Already on
Big,
TV, celebrities,
huge.
big names, yeah.
I know you do.
So it's like, oh my God, you have this client, I want to be on TV. Okay, the first thing they're going to ask for, what's the message? What exactly the audience wants to hear from you? What is it you have to offer? But when it comes to your brand, there's different way to develop that. Because there's a lot of talk shows, they have celebrity chef that comes and cook. So there's different way to bring you into the media.
So that's what you do.
That's
now.
what I do, because we have a great list of media connections that we have with a lot of huge networks. But the difference is, let's say you or the brand that you have, it's something that's really needed. People need it. And it's very easy to pitch you into the media industry, because what you offer, people need it. People need to eat every day. People need to... When you watch the TV show, the talk shows, there's always a segment where there's a food segment.
Right.
So that's when you pitch you in to go in. But
And that would be your
That would
job.
be my job.
Okay.
So if you are, let's say, a coach, and the first thing they're going to do is, okay, what's your message? How your message going to influence the audience? How's the message going to resonate with the audience? Because every talk show, every radio station, every TV, there's an audience. So if you are a chef, I'm not going to try to pitch you to Vogue magazine.
It won't work.
It won't work.
Okay.
So we have to develop your audience and say, okay, this is where I need to place her.
And then you do that.
And
as
then
well.
we do that. We do the research and know what's trendy, what people are asking for. And it's a lot of work when it comes to quarter one, quarter two, quarter three, what's trendy, what type of food is in. Thanksgiving's coming up. What chef is cooking the most recipe? Then we pitch you in for those things.
Okay.
So it's a good. There's a lot of creativity that comes with it, and also you have to be realistic to who you want to become a celebrity.
Correct.
So not everybody needs a PR.
Not everyone.
Not everyone needs a PR.
You see, you see, that's why when I bring people to the show, I bring authentic and genuine people who are honest and real. I'm gonna tell you why, audience. Because someone who is in a business and that's your business, they're not gonna come and tell you not everyone needs it because she needs the money, she needs the client.
Right.
But she's being honest, telling you not everyone needs a PR. So understand that it's not telling you you can't become a celebrity
Right.
because you people like to switch and twist things.
Right.
So I want to make sure we are understanding
Right.
that Diana is not telling you you can't become a celebrity.
Right.
No. Just become a celebrity. Now, do I need a PR now? Now I'm in my time, in my prime. I need a PR now.
Totally.
Do I need a PR?
Absolutely.
I think I
Because the thing is, because you already established a brand.
do. Okay.
You already have done a lot of work where the media is probably going to reach out to you. So you need your PR to know, okay, this is the direction you need to go. This is what you need to do.
Okay.
If you call me, say, okay, I have nothing going on, I need a PR. No, that would be a waste of time.
Okay.
You don't have a
That's
brand.
good for people to
Yeah,
know.
you
That
don't
they
have.
need to know.
What is it you have that's special? What is it that's going to bring you money? What is it that, and the thing is, let's say if you have a product, you have a lipstick and you're okay, I need a PR. The moment I pitch in your story, you're in a magazine, the first thing people are going to do, go on your website or the product. What if you don't have the merchandise? What if you don't? It's
You know?
Yeah, I get it a lot.
Reputation
People,
breaking it all
exactly.
down.
People want the celebrity, they want to be on TV, talk shows, whatsoever, but they have not done the basic, which is the branding part of it. It's branding, marketing, and PR. So it's
So,
steps. Yeah.
In essence, lay that foundation. Have that
Correct,
foundation down.
correct. Some of them don't have a website, they don't have a social media, or they have a social media where they are posting plates, paper, personal thing. It's
Right.
like, what are you doing?
So basically,
You have to develop your brand.
so
yeah.
for me, okay, because we're gonna go to you, chef, okay, because she's still talking and I wanted to say something because I'm about to empty that plate right now.
Well, girl,
Rachel already chef.
she did.
Chef, tiens, non, moi j'ai un bon chef.
Merci,
Nous
okay.
avons
totally.
oui, chef.
Pas de
Yeah.
problème.
I mean, son,
Merci.
I got this. I'm about to hit the second one in a minute.
I got
She's like grabbing
The food is
She's
good.
slowly grabbing it.
Thank you.
But really, to what I'm trying to tell people is like people come to me and say, "Oh, Chef Tia, you're such a celebrity." Da, da, da. Listen, for 20 years, 20 years, if it's not more, I'm 44, okay? 20 years. I've never stopped working, doing any little show that small, this big, that big. I went in all of them.
Right.
People will call me and say, "Oh, I don't have no money." I don't care. I'll cook for you.
Right.
What's your budget? I cook for you.
Right.
Oh, you want me there? I'll fly for you for free. I don't care. Because you know what? I'm investing in me.
Yourself.
Because
Totally.
every time I step somewhere,
It leads somewhere.
again, it's not about the money.
Yes.
And I tell people when you come in the food or what, it depends the industry. Sometimes it is not about the money.
Right.
But the
Exactly.
fact that I went 10 years ago, this person had her only son and wanted to do a first communion. I said, you know what? Don't care about Tia. Just buy the food I cook for you. This woman, after 20 years, she still remembers me.
Wow.
I did not ask for that, but it comes naturally.
Right.
So
Right.
with that, it built my brand.
Right.
Totally.
I just didn't go like that. And I
Right.
made a choice the minute before I got into school. Okay? You know what? I want to go this way. So for me to go this way, I have to self-sacrifice who
Right.
I am
For the now.
to become that person.
Right.
Right.
Because where I'm taking Chef Tia, Cynthia Verna cannot go there.
Right.
You want to be crazy, you stay right there. But I'm
Right.
taking her this way because that's the brand.
To the other level.
So that's where we are getting all confused with our branding.
Branding
Of
and
course.
yeah.
I think also hearing you speak and
Yeah.
based on the information you share is that the other piece is that you need to walk with purpose.
Right.
There you
Yes.
go.
Because
Perfect.
when you walk with purpose, the
Yes.
money is not what's driving you.
Correct.
It's the purpose that's driving you. The money comes eventually.
It will come.
And it's
Exactly.
really it's a mindset, right? And a lot of, like you said, a lot of people out there, they just want to make it like go from here, from there. And I
Right.
realize everything has their steps. You can't, you have to crawl before you could walk.
Oh,
yes.
Correct.
And then there's a process to everything. And then also being okay with stumbles and
Totally.
inevitable.
Totally.
It's going to
That's
happen.
where you come in. So
Right,
help us
yeah.
when we stumble.
Yeah, and it's going to happen, you know.
Yeah.
And then, you know, so that's my two
Yeah,
cents.
yeah,
And my-
it's a process and consistency.
Mhm,
Yeah,
mhm.
people understand process. Okay, they can get up today, so okay, I'm going to invest into my business. I'm going to do this. 3 months later, they MIA, and then 2 weeks they own it. That's that's not.
It doesn't work that
consistent.
way.
It doesn't work that way.
yeah.
So it's just you have to go. You have to keep going. It's either you want it or you don't want it. So that's how it is.
We're gonna find out today if you're gonna need a PR, my friend. So tell me what you have because I need to bring that plate down.
Now I need to dig in.
Yes, you dig in. Diana, now it's our turn to eat. So Chef Robinson E. Joseph.
Yes, ma'am.
You see, I said the name for you.
Merci un peu.
I didn't even because let me tell you, the food is on
Thank you.
point.
Thank you very much. Chef.
And you see, when you say, "Oh, Chef Tia, you want to try?" What I tell you, I say, "I don't try before the show." Because if your food weren't good, I don't care if there's 200 people there. I will tell you straight
Thank
up.
you. Thank you.
That's why I tell people before you come to the show, if you're too sensitive, don't come to my show.
Right.
And if you know you're good, then you come.
Thank you.
Because I'm not the only one. I can't force her to empty that. I can't force no one to empty nothing.
Right.
No, I make sure you can go ahead and take it.
By all means, go ahead.
No.
Robinson is delicious.
Thank you.
It is delicious. So it's your turn to talk. Please describe what I'm eating. The lobster here in the front.
All right. So before I tell a little bit more about myself, let me tell you guys what I brought for the ladies. I made so first off, I mixed Italian and Asian. I'm crazy about flavors. So I actually did a seafood risotto. So pretty much it's lobster tail, shrimp, and crab. And I also did a ginger hoisin sauce.
Oh yeah, I can see the ginger.
Yes, thank
And
you.
let me see the hoisin sauce.
It's
Not
not-
everybody knows how to use that.
Thank
You
you.
know that.
Yes, ma'am. It's
Let me
strong.
tell you, the hoisin sauce, if you do not know how
It'll mess up the whole
you
flow.
will mess up your whole seafood.
Yes.
This is on point.
Thank you so very much.
Nothing is overpowering
Thank you.
anything.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And your risotto is not like it's a gooey
And the
risotto.
consistency is awesome.
Thank you.
Exactly. Oh my God.
And my focus was to make sure literally from the first bite to the last, you taste all the flavors, the different seafood. There's lobster, there's crab, there's shrimp. And with you being a chef, I added the aromatics. There's some ginger, some
Oh,
fresh
yeah.
garlic. I also did scallions. So I just wanted
saw
the
that.
full flavor to come out as opposed to just, like you said, something just being overpowering. So
Yeah.
I'm hoping you
I
ladies enjoy it.
really love it.
Thank you.
So what's your background? So tell us about you.
So I am
You know I gotta know about you.
right. So I'm not a real big talker, but Chef Tia is putting me on the spot. But nonetheless, thank you first off for having me on the show. I definitely appreciate it. So before I get into myself, if you remember Taste of Haiti 2018,
Yes, we did.
that was the
That
first
one
time
of
I
the
met
judges.
you.
I
Yes,
met you.
and
Correct.
I had my mother with me. You remember
Yes,
everyone
I
remembers my mother.
Yes, I remember
So
your
that was the
mom.
first time I met
She
you.
was so proud,
Thank
by
you.
the way. She
Thank
came
you.
to me, she goes, I'm so proud. Petit garçon, oui. Petit garçon, chef. That's a petit garçon. Tu sais où, maman? And she was,
Thank you.
you can see. And that's why I tell people, when we have parents that come
Yes.
so far, who struggle, when I tell you struggle with the pain, for them to see their children getting somewhere, even if it's halfway or
Yes.
one step, it's like all the sacrifice and the pain. You could see that thing just got off all her face and
Thank
her
you.
shoulder when you won that thing.
Thank you so very much.
Yeah, so go ahead.
So I am Chef Robinson E. Joseph, aka Chef Rob, as everybody calls me. I am the chef owner of Michelle's Catering and Events, along with my wife, who does the event decorating and the floral centerpieces. So I'd be remiss if I didn't say hi to my wife, Cynthia Eugene
Shout out.
Joseph. First
her name is Cynthia.
Yes. Imagine that, right?
So she needs to come on the show next to talk about the other part
Yes,
of the
the
business.
other part of the
We'll
business.
have her decorate the set then.
Definitely. So Cynthia Eugene Joseph does the event florals and decorating, and I knock out the catering side of it. I do private chef work, catering, cooking classes, whatever it may be. I've been in the industry 20 some odd years, just as with you. And to kind of touch on what you said, a lot of people, they assume when they see Chef Tia or they see Chef Rob that we just woke up and got to where we are, not knowing, like you said, there's steps to it, there's levels to it. And 20 years in the industry, started off as a prep cook, started up as a prep cook and then worked my way up the ladder, culinary ladder. And about 4 years ago, I got tired and fed up with corporate restaurant. I loved it, don't get me wrong, but it was like, okay, what can I do to make it my own?
Correct.
And so I presented my wife with a crazy idea.
His wife, right?
Right.
Yeah, the wife.
Right. So I
You
said,
gotta love them.
exactly. So I said, you know what? I want us to start our own personal chef and catering business, and you do the floors. And she was like, are you sure? I said, trust me. Not knowing that we would have been here, but just the vision, as you said earlier, that vision, that purpose of knowing, okay, this is something I can have for myself, and my kids can kind of see that dad and mom is building something for the ground up.
Working together as a
Exactly.
team is very
When
important.
Yes.
you said that, I just thought about something I was watching TDJ the other day, and he said something about the power of agreement
Yes.
when it comes to couples or people.
Yes.
When you agree onto something,
Exactly.
you can see nothing come out of it but success. So
Exactly.
when you said that, you told her about the business,
Yes.
and she agreed. That was it. That was a confirmation from God.
Because
So,
had
yeah.
she said no, I would have had no choice but to,
Yeah.
okay,
Right.
to keep on moving.
Absolutely.
So we've been in existence for 4 years, Michelle's Catering and Events. By the grace of God, we've just been moving different from when we first started. Like you said, first we started crawling, and again, touch on what you said, we were doing different things here and there. We never said no because we were forward thinkers. We sacrificed ourselves and sacrificed a lot because we said, okay, now we're thinking of the future. So like you said, Chef T, if somebody said, hey, Chef Rob, can you be here? Even if I was tired, okay, no problem.
Yeah.
When, where, and how. And I'm there.
If you knew my story, you would be like the rest of my family or friends. The guy is stupid. You will always be broke.
Right.
So,
This is what they used to tell me
I've heard that.
Wow.
every day.
I've heard
Well,
that.
this is when I say you start loving people from a distance.
Exactly.
Right.
And it's hard
Family
to do.
first.
Right?
Number one,
because
yeah.
you have these energies that are not the most positive
Right.
in your
Correct,
space
totally.
that are really bringing you down,
Mhm.
right? Well, can unless your spirit is different. But then you start realizing, okay, I love you,
But
but I'm not feeling what you're saying right now.
Right.
I love you.
Right.
exactly, it doesn't
Right.
align with the vision that I have and
Right.
that we have. So we just started working, started grinding, and ever since the whole process, I have now become a camp instructor for MasterChef. So I'm a culinary instructor with MasterChef. I auditioned for the actual TV show, not knowing where.
So you, I got
Not,
any age,
yes,
okay?
yes, and not knowing where it would lead, and I ended up being hired for the very first Camp Master Chef Culinary Camp in Georgia. I have since won Taste of Haiti Orlando 2018 Chef's Cook-Off, 2019 North Miami Mac and Cheese Competition, 2019 National Black Chefs Association Awards, and it just started off the love of cooking. And as you said, with me being Haitian, that's why I try to always have the Haitian flag, whether it be on my wrist or my chef coats, to show people that we are so much more.
More than what they
Than what-
We
can
are.
see. Yeah.
Exactly.
It's not, we are
Exactly.
Yeah.
so much more
Right.
and so much powerful
Exactly.
Yeah.
when we get together.
Right.
Totally. Yeah.
And so just through my Haitian roots, heritage, I try to infuse a little bit of Haiti in everything that I do. So my wife and I, we have since started Michelle's Marinade. My Haitian people know it as Epis.
On va botter plus.
Ah, tell me. Oh, come on,
The
chef.
question is how many he got in there.
Na pati j'ai pas minute toi.
No, you didn't.
So that's the Epis.
That's awesome.
So that's my
Michelle's
it's
Epis.
that
Yes,
guy.
So did you bring a
Marinade.
container for the share?
We'll figure it out. And,
Oh my God! You need to call me for all the branding and market.
look at God. Look at God, right?
Yellow.
I love
We
that.
also
Beautiful.
we also have our own line of pickles as well, Michelle's Pickles.
Nice.
I like the way you pack it though.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And if you guys notice, the color, it's not the traditional color, it's pink. Michelle's is a different brand. We try to be.
But you have to be different.
Yes.
You have to be unique.
Exactly.
That's the time I thought.
If you drop
it in there.
If you are, let me put this down so they can see your thing. that in front so
Yes.
they can keep that in the front, and then we're gonna take pictures. Put
that
that in
into
the
this
Thank you.
that expose your thing, boy. Let me tell you, this is beautiful.
Thank you.
I am very proud of this.
Thank you.
I'm gonna tell you why I'm proud. I'm proud because a lot of Haitian chefs will start, okay, and then they'll just stay regular cooks,
Right.
doing regular catering, doing few big weddings, and never think of a future. Because what happened
Right.
is our bone, like Tia, is gonna start telling you, hey, you're not getting younger, you're getting older.
Right, exactly.
You need to slow down.
Right.
Because you can work
No,
40, 60 hours.
right.
So what happened is, what are you leaving behind to bring you that
Your
income?
legacy.
Your legacy.
So that's what it is. And that's how you start branding and branding
Yes.
yourself by all the time. If you don't brand yourself
Who else will?
and you don't push it, nobody's going to do it.
Right.
Right.
Exactly.
So it's us, it's our duty to push ourselves and then
Right.
go. And then it makes your life easier because it's already halfway.
To touch on what you said, you already have the content
Right.
to work with, right?
Absolutely.
So,
Much easier, yeah. And
So
that's
you
what
see,
it's
you
different.
got somebody to talk
Yeah,
to.
and creating different stream of income too.
Yes.
That's a good thing too. That's
Correct.
a lot of things people need to think of. When you start a business, don't just concentrate on just like one thing.
Right.
Think about what else you can create based on that business to create different stream of income. So that's a perfect example right here.
Yes.
You know,
Definitely.
so I love it.
That's
I
good.
love it.
Thank you.
Let's put that in my bag.
Really
Split
That is, I don't know what you're gonna do because first of all of you got one thing from Managugus.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
Okay, so how are we gonna split that? We can split that.
We'll figure it out.
We'll container in my car.
We'll definitely figure
We'll
it
get
out.
your digits and
Not a
we'll
problem.
make it happen.
And I'm like, everybody got something.
Yes.
No, but the epice, the color is really
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so very much.
The color is really, really nice. I
Thank
can
you.
see that color with the goat. Ça sonne épice qui bon avec cabrit.
Yes,
Oh, right?
and
Yeah.
it's
But you know,
universal.
you should create, because what happened is that we take our épice and then we put it on everything, which is
Right.
really good.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get me wrong. But I have my épice that I have one for my rice, I have one for my meat. The same one with my rice and meat, I keep it.
Right.
And I have one for my fish. And then sometimes I mix the one for the rice and the meat.
Just to
with the
bring in
meat
those different flavors.
with the one with the chicken, because the one with the chicken depends on the chicken. Now, if it's the wild chicken, it's stronger to smell,
Mhm.
and you need
You
that
talking
kind
about
of
The
full
full
jus.
jus.
Full
Full
jus.
jus. Yeah. So that one is it smells stronger.
Right.
So this would be perfect way because I can look at it and I can tell you that is a strong épice. Ça veut dire épicant. Ça veut dire que son petit qui est pour bon petit pois collé. Et puis qu'on y est là, la bon 4, 5, 8, 10 manger.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I can see that
Thank
because the colors are strong. So you are really using
Thank you.
your vegetable the way you used to, because a lot of people, they're like, oh, my épice this, my épice that. I'm like, have you been to Haiti? Because obviously you've been to a different Haiti.
Right.
Because what happened is that back in the days, we did not have all these things.
Right.
So how did they make the épice? They kind of,
Right.
I need a paprika for color.
Right.
No.
No.
Red bell pepper, sir.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Red onion, shallots.
Exactly.
Those are the things we use.
Oh, that's the
Live,
back home.
method, live,
that
born
made
live.
our colors this way.
Right.
Not adding colorful things
No.
to change the color.
I keep it as
So
traditional.
I can see
Thank you.
right here you put a lot of nice red bell pepper and red onions and
Little something, something. Thank you.
no, but it's really good. Your balance is good
Thank you.
because you don't have too much parsley
Right.
and you don't have too much of the other spice there. And I haven't tasted, but I, with my vision, can tell you.
Thank you. And I actually made this one specific to you because I remember you said you don't like too much spice.
The spicy.
Right.
So this one is special for me.
Now, the
So you
peak,
have
please?
different ones that's
Yes.
extra mild. I mean, how do you say it?
Yeah, mild and then hot.
Hot.
Yes.
No, spicy. They
Spicy.
usually say
Spicy.
mild,
Hot.
spicy, and hot.
Okay.
Depending on, plus also depending on the client as well. If I get clients that say, Chef, let me get a little in between, then I'll tweak a little bit. If I get clients that say, you know what, I like it super duper spicy,
Right.
then
That would be
okay.
for the goat. Yeah.
That's not a problem.
I don't eat spicy, but for the goat, the secret is a lot of piment.
Yes, because goat is tricky, as you know.
How do you take the smell out of a goat?
Oh,
I
you
tried to
have
do a goat the other day, I give up.
you have two different little techniques. The first technique that I learned that was en Provence. En Provence, ça y fait, you mets ton petit poudre bicarbonate là-dedans, regardez là, avec citron et puis you tremper. Some part of the country, côté you fait clairin, where they do the clairin, which is like a white rum kind of. They do it's not really a white rum. Let me fix it so people don't go quoting me because we got audience.
Oh, I heard Chef Tia said white rum.
A pure sugar cane concentrated without being dissolved in the okay? Yeah, I know my thing. Okay. So you mette cabrit là, trempé dans clairin. So they used to let it in rum or in clairin or things with strong alcohol to sit there for a little bit into the brine.
Right.
Okay? So it's like when I did, I was talking on Channel 10 News not too long ago, and then someone called and said, oh, the meat never takes 3 days. I said, well, if you had time to listen and pay attention,
Right.
then you would see they caught what I was saying.
Right.
Because it is not a reporting, a documentary, it was a news thing. So
They had to
half
move
of
and
your
go.
thing. So yes, the process takes 3 days to clean your meat, remove all the thing, let it hang out there for that one day, and then the next day they would let it sit in all these things, and then season it. The next day, which is the second day, li commence bouillir bagay la, and then by midnight, which is the third day,
c'est le
is
side
when
way.
the bouillon is ready, the soup.
Right.
But people don't understand
The process.
the process
Exactly.
because they're so Americanized, they forget the background in back home. It's
Or
microwave.
some of them don't even know it. So you know what I
Some
mean?
of them don't.
So
They
you
just
have
had
to
3
also
days and
be
they were wild.
you have to be careful where you're getting
Exactly.
feedbacks because there are people who have never lived in
And
Haiti. They don't know.
They don't.
with every dish that I do, I keep it as authentic as possible. Like Chef Tia said, mono microwave. If you ask me to do a marinara sauce, guess what? I'm doing your marinara sauce from scratch. If you ask me to do an Alfredo sauce, a teriyaki sauce, because when people assume, oh, he's a Haitian chef, all he does is Haitian food. No,
That's not
No,
true.
I know.
That's not Haitian.
at all.
Right.
That is definitely not
Right.
Haitian. That
So-
is fusion and your own
Exactly.
technique.
And but I still infuse that Haitian side because
yeah, I can taste-
mete
I can
epi slide
taste some of
nonetheless,
it.
and
Yeah.
you know, so I
You have to differentiate it.
exactly. I
Correct.
keep it as authentic as possible, but I still let everybody know, hey, you know, if you want Asian, I can do Asian. If you want Italian, Spanish, whatever it is, because ultimately, when you attach the word chef to your name, you have to, what's the word I'm looking for? You have to,
Automatically, they
Exactly.
assume that you know everything.
yes, and in a sense, you kind of have to put your money where your mouth is, in a sense.
Right.
Because if a client comes to you and say, oh, I want Peruvian, guess what? If you're a chef, you have to give them Peruvian.
You don't have to. I'm going to correct you on that. You don't have to. And I'm correcting you on that. You don't have to. Because you can have your own style
Right.
and be your own person.
Add your own twist to
And
it.
then you do fusion.
Right.
I'm going to hire you to do fusion for me. If I want Peruvian, go look for a Peruvian chef. Go look for a Peruvian restaurant.
Find your
You
own
understand your
if
own
that's
thing.
your niche.
Like me,
Yes.
I tell people, I'm a fusion chef.
Mm-hmm.
I bring a little bit of Africa, a little bit of French, a
Right.
little bit of that. So yes, in my authenticity,
Mm-hmm.
I will bring you an African dish. I will bring you a food from Morocco, but it will have a little bit
Right.
of my flavors in my
Exactly,
fusion.
because you still have to infuse you in that
Exactly.
dish nonetheless.
So let me ask you. So ultimately, when you guys go to, let's say, like you becoming a chef, a school for it, you have to learn all these techniques from every
Well,
culinary
When
background.
I went to school, if you didn't go to school, that's different.
Okay.
So I went to school and I did like about 5-6 years.
So you had to get.
That you get the basic, so where you do American and then you do the rest. Me, I went and I furthered my education where I did world cuisine, I did pastry, but with the school you do baking, pastry 1.
Right.
Now if you want to master that and you just want to do that, then you just do that
Then you go further along in
after
it.
the school,
Got it.
culinary school. So it's I tell people, when you go to school, you need to learn from everyone around
Yes.
you.
Exactly.
Right.
And that's what I did. When
Yes.
I went to school, I was friends with everyone.
Right. Because ultimately you pick a little bit from this person, that person. And I went to culinary art school as well. Culinary art school was a great experience.
Which?
I went to actually shout out to Atlantic Technical College
Okay.
at
where
Coconut
that- I
Creek.
don't-
It's in Coconut Creek. It's in Coconut Creek.
Okay.
I went there, did dual enrollment when I was in high school. They had home economics at my high school, and I fell in love with culinary arts. I went there, and I graduated in 2000. But what I noticed was, yes, it's great to have the educational part of it, but ultimately that real world experience. I've worked with Italian chefs. I've worked with French chefs. I've worked with Asian chefs. So that's where, like you said, I picked apart a little bit from this chef, that chef, and ultimately I made it my own because ultimately I'm Haitian.
Yes. Yes.
So guess what? If I'm doing Peruvian, I'm gonna put a little épice in there somewhere. They don't see piment, see vinaigrette.
Please.
Who comprend, right? Exactly.
You tell people I'm fusion.
Right.
Because when you say you do Peruvian, and I'm telling you, it's because of my experience. I went and I said, oh, I do that. But I did fusion. And the person was like, well, that's not the food from the home. I was like, you're right. So what am I going to tell them? They're right.
Right.
Because it was not authentic.
Exactly.
So that's why I tell people, be careful what
What comes out because you have to shut
Because
up.
when you say, oh, I do Peruvian,
They're
my
expecting.
friend,
Yeah.
you're going to have to give them Peruvian.
Exactly.
Authentic Peruvian.
You're right.
So the same way I see Haitian chef come in and telling me, oh, I made, let's say, goat. Regardez, on dit, vous allez passer quelques gars avec là. First of all, that is not goat.
Right.
I look at the meat, just the meat, and I tell them, I've gone to Haitian restaurant, and I'm not gonna name them. I went to many Haitian restaurants, and I asked, the first thing I will ask you is, do you have goat? If you have goat, you bring it to me, I look at the meat,
You can tell.
and I can tell you are not giving me no damn goat. You are giving me a deer
Passing it off as such.
and passing it off like it's a goat. So let me tell you, Haitian people serving deer for goat. The difference. The deer, the bones are bigger and stronger and thicker. The goat, smaller,
And
thinner,
thinner.
more delicate.
And
very pointy,
More
very small.
more tender.
So please, people, when you go to a restaurant and they tell you it's goat and it's big like that,
It's
and
not
the bone
goat.
is big,
It's not
you
goat.
tell them, please,
No.
take the meat and charge me for the deer. Because the deer meat is cheap.
Yes.
And I cannot
Does it taste
stand
the
it.
same?
No.
Oh, a little bit.
You don't.
But
If they
deer-
know how to cook it, they will make it taste like a
Make it
cabbage.
taste like a cabbage.
That's why all the gaga and all the people that don't know will keep
Because-
eating deer all day long.
I have
They're eating deer.
seen cabbage with Big Zoe in it.
You're so cute.
No, I'm
She's
not.
like, I have seen
Seen
Cabri
Cabri
with
with
Big
Big
Zoe.
Zoe.
Like, girl, can't get any better than that. I have seen Cabri with Big
Playlist.
Zoe. You took us there. I love it.
I love it. No, but it's true. No, but it's true.
Yes.
And that's why I tell people, all the young chefs, it's the same thing for your field and your field.
Yes,
You see
yes.
people that just come in and say, oh, I'm a coach.
No.
Without
How
putting
are you
that
a
work.
coach and
Yeah.
mentally you're not stable?
Without
Yeah,
putting that.
yeah.
Without
How are
putting
you a
work into
coach
it.
and you can't even coach
Yeah,
yourself?
it's
That's why I don't
true.
tell people I'm a coach because I'm still building.
Learning.
Yeah.
I can coach you. I'll give you my advice. I'll tell you, this is what I did. But I'm not going to put a coach on my name.
Right.
I'm going to tell you I'm a fusion chef because
Right.
I'm that quicker. I'm
Exactly.
not cocky. Where I'm gonna
Because
tell
you know
I'm
what
a
you
fusion
you know
chef.
what you can do.
Because I'm not going to give you nothing authentic.
Exactly.
You want Haitian authentic, I'll give you Haitian authentic. Because that I will put
You'll put your life on it.
Right.
Because that's your
Yeah.
thing.
because
Exactly.
I make sure I master it.
Right.
And that's why I tell people when you have a character like mine, who almost have to have the last word.
No. No.
Almost.
She said almost. Not quite.
Almost, but that's why food. I don't go tell people I do this. If I cannot come and tell you exactly how I feel.
Right.
I can't.
You know, you just mentioned something about coaching, and it's so true. I think it's an overused
Yes.
label.
Please correct me.
And no, you're correct.
And defend me.
Well,
on that.
yes.
Right.
I think it's overused, and I think because of that, it's giving the profession, those of us who are actually trained,
Right.
people get very reluctant.
Right.
So what makes you a coach? You know, okay, here's another coach, because now the title coach is being like
a joke.
a joke,
Right.
you know? So I understand what you're saying. And then
you understand my frustration. And then I'm
No, I
talking for
understand.
you, and I'm talking
Yeah.
also
Well,
for
by the way, I'm a
Diana.
coach too.
so there you go.
And the thing,
So there you go.
and with food,
And I'm actually certified coach. Sorry, go ahead.
I like that one. You said tomorrow, I'll be satisfied. No, but chef, it's true.
so what people don't realize is with food is so intimate.
Yes.
There's
Yes.
an intimacy with
Yes.
food. And people assume, oh, you just get in the kitchen and you put things together. No, it's not even close to that. I literally put my heart and my soul into every dish.
Let
You're
me tell
different.
you, I'm eating.
You're different.
It's
You're
because I'm
different.
holding. Because when I eat, I have to eat and taste because I love to be able to
Thank
describe
you.
what I'm eating. Right. Because when I'm done, I'm going to still promote you.
Thank you.
If I cannot talk about you and describe you and what you brought to me,
Right.
then I'm not doing my job the right way.
Exactly.
Because my job is to make sure people know we have people in the Caribbean that
Yes.
are the best.
Exactly.
And it's what we need to know.
Exactly.
We have people in the community that I don't have to go look for the top PR. I can just
When
get
she's here.
Diana and I'm going to
But,
get...
but then she is the top.
I'm saying, you know what I mean? Like when I say
The
top,
only top PR.
you know what I mean when I
got you.
Yeah.
What I try to say
got you.
is not that top. What I'm saying that people, when they say PR,
Right.
they want to go for the blanc PR.
They assume it's non-Haitians.
I did not want to
and
go like
so on.
that, but when I'm dealing en créole.
Right.
Yo, les blancs PR là, parce que c'est
That
blanc
way
PR
you
là.
tell people to have
C'est ça, yo
It's-
pensé.
That's not true.
C'est ça, yo
That
pensé.
is
I have seen and I have collaborated with the Blanc PR. I had to teach them what to do. I had to tell them how to do something, how to execute something.
Because you have it. It's your
Exactly.
passion and you
Mhm.
master
It's
what
like,
you did.
okay, yeah. Literally, I'm like, okay, that's not a campaign.
Yes.
What's the message behind that? Oh, well, okay, here we go.
And
Got you again.
what I've come to find out, as you touched on, Chef T, is these up and coming young cooks, soon to be chefs, they assume just because they see the celebrity chefs, it's easy.
You don't want me to go there.
What they don't, and I do a lot of mentoring, and I talk to a lot of young up and coming chefs, and I'm like, this industry is super hard. I didn't come into it because I figured I'm going to be rich. I came into it, and I'm still in it after 20 some odd years because I still have that joy of cooking, that
It's
love.
called passion.
Exactly.
And you're
That
It's not
passion's still
called
there.
joy.
It's a passion.
Because you
Yeah.
see joy, it shuts down like that.
Right.
If you have the passion.
Bingo.
It's a whole different thing.
It's a whole different
It's a
vibe.
thing.
Exactly.
In the morning, you're looking forward to do what you love to
Thank
do.
you. Yes.
It brings you fulfillment.
Yes.
Fulfillment.
It's a whole
yes.
different vibe.
Yeah.
Totally.
Different
Because-
Totally, yeah.
I still get the butterflies in my stomach with every event.
Right.
That's good.
As if I was that young
Yeah.
culinary
Right.
arts student when
That
I
is
was
so
in school.
Yeah.
good, but that's how it should
Exactly,
be. That's
yes.
how I get. Sometimes
Right.
people's like, is she really this old? I'm like, yeah, I'm like a kid when it comes to food.
Yeah.
When there's food around me, I'm like a kid.
Yes.
I can control myself. I can stay still. I'm moving. I'm hyper. And it brings me
Yes.
joy.
Exactly.
Not doing it brings me joy. The passion is
Yes.
so
Powerful.
it's so powerful.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So that's why sometimes people are like, oh, like I have one person in the audience, like, I'm not working with ever with Chef Tia. and you know, he said, I'm never working with, he said that. He said, I'd rather be your friend. I will never work with you, Chef Tia. And he's in the audience, okay? And then ask him why. Then ask him why. You go, you never stop.
You
My
can't.
feet hurts.
You can't.
You're not tired? I said, listen, David, this is the last time I'm telling you you're not working with me anymore. Now, don't tell me you're tired because
Right.
Tired-
you're younger than me.
Tired goes out
You
the-
don't feel mal.
No.
That's a me.
There's no
the
such
whole
thing.
time I went there too.
Yeah. Yeah.
You imagine? That was like 4 or 5 years ago. I work with a bunch of young people. By midnight, 1 o'clock, everybody's
Yo puedo yo dorme, yo fatigue.
yeah.
Meanwhile, you're still ready to
And I'm
go.
like, What do you mean you're tired? I say, I'm paying your ass. I don't care when you're telling me you're tired. What do you mean you don't? I don't care.
Tired goes out the window. Yeah. Exactly.
3 kids. I remember when I was going through divorce, no car, catering, back to back, taking care of this, plus work, plus this, plus. I still made it because the passion.
It never went away.
It was my therapy. It was my place to just peace.
Right.
Like I would literally call people and say, "I'll come and cook for you."
Wow.
I need to escape. And I was like, "You don't know? I'll come and cook for you. Oh, your birthday today? I'm coming. Oh, just go buy the thing. Don't worry about the money. I got it." That's me.
Right.
I don't expect for everyone to do it, but I can tell you, God, the universe, however you call it, see your sacrifice.
Exactly.
And see your struggle. Because let me tell you, if you don't struggle and you don't keep it up for a good period of time, how am I here going to bless you if you can't handle all these struggles?
Right.
And this is how you say that, and this is where you have, when you get setbacks, right? Mm-hmm. You have to get to a space where you're able to take it as the part of the process. Right?
And then that's where people get problem with that because they don't understand that's what's building you.
Exactly.
I hear all these young people, "Oh my God, I have no money. My car just broke down." So when the car breaks down and you're behind, got no money, what is the universe trying to tell you? You want to call it God, the universe, however you want to call it.
What are you going to do now?
What is it telling you? Right. Now, if it's your passion, you're going to do like Tia.
You're going to find
call all the people on your list. Hey, I'll give you $50, guys. Can you pick me up?
Right.
I'll come and get you. I said, listen, I do not want you late. I give you $200. I need you now.
Right.
Do you know how much money I lost?
Right.
But I did not lose.
You didn't lose.
Exactly.
I got on my catering on time.
Rick, bingo.
There you go.
I don't care if I pay a friend $200 when you could have done it free. I did not look at it like that.
Exactly.
I look at it, you know what? I pay your ass. You better be there on time
Exactly.
and bring me there on
Bingo.
time.
Because you had a vision also, right? Your vision was
Yes.
big. It's, again, like you were saying that, you know, you mentioned you mentor kids, and I think you mentor young generation too. I think like I mentor as well, so I think it's so important to actually instill these type of like this type of knowledge in these younger generation to understand the process. It doesn't come easy. It comes at a cost at some point. You know, it just reminded me of my scenario with the clinic, as I was mentioning, when we had to make a decision. I always call it the come to Jesus moment with my husband, like, oh, we got to shut down and cut,
that's the hardest.
And cut our losses. And we lost a lot financially. But yet, you know, at that moment, going back to faith, it was like, you know what? Success doesn't come without setbacks, right? So if this is the setback that's being provided to me or given to me or I'm experiencing, bring it.
It's for a reason.
Yeah.
Bring it, because I only know that the next step, the next stage is going to be greater. And look at me now.
Yeah.
You know?
You would not know your strength.
That's exactly what I learned from it.
And I remember I still remember to this day, no lie, I prayed my prayer when we initially started. I said, God, you know what? If you make this successful, we'll always give back.
Yeah.
And I've always remembered that. So my wife and I, we've since literally have given food, like no charge, just like you said. If someone says,
it brings you more people.
Exactly.
If people were smart and not so greedy and understand that when you go and you spend $15,000 in marketing, what do you think marketing is? What is marketing? It's giving things for free.
Exactly.
Correct? Okay.
Ultimately,
so why don't you become their own marketing tool by giving your own food, your own service for free, instead of paying a marketing to advertise and give pen. I don't need your pen. Your pen is not going to tell me your food is good.
Bingo.
Totally.
Exactly. And through giving, we've always gotten back.
Yeah.
It never fails. You know, so we've helped out different families and just not a problem. Never worried about it because ultimately we're going to get it back. We've donated to different hurricane relief funds. Obviously, I'm Haitian by blood. I was born in Haiti, but was raised here. My wife is Haitian American. But whenever it comes to Haiti and anything revolving around Haitians, we're there. So, hey, if there's something going on, let me know what we can do to help. Because ultimately, like you said, when you give, is going to come back.
That's good. And we
Regardless.
need more chefs actually in Haiti to teach people our Haitian people. I'm not talking people in Port-au-Prince. Please stop thinking that every time I'm
There's more to Haiti
Haiti
than
is not Port-au-Prince. Haiti is not Pétionville.
Yes.
It's not
Haiti
Jacmel,
is
it's
not
not
Kirchhoff or La Boule.
Right.
Haiti is the whole island.
Right. Cité
Haiti
Soleil and
are the
all
people
of
coming
those.
from Kenskoff with those baskets in their head, walking for sometime one day
Right.
to go sell maybe
Yes.
1 or 2 dozen of carrots.
If they're lucky.
Okay?
Exactly.
But these people don't have our education to know certain things. So our role as chef is to educate them on how to eat and the way they should eat.
Right.
Because we're losing more of our people
Yes.
every day by the hundreds because they are ignorant and not educated enough because, first of all, the country is not offering all that.
Right.
Okay? So they don't understand, hey, you know what? You went and ate that, but you did not die by a voodoo whatever. But you die of high blood pressure.
High blood pressure,
or,
yeah.
or
Diabetes.
diabetes.
Right.
Yeah.
Or, you know, or something.
C'est pas manger à manger.
C'est pas manger à manger.
Right.
Est-ce qu'on comprend? But cette si mentalité, ça, is
Right.
that little mindset that we as chefs, we change. The same way she's building a new generation by teaching and coaching them when she does her shows, which you guys should really look at it because it's really sharing. But I see a lot of more of the 20s, 30s that they really should watch your show. And I really encourage you guys to really take a time to really look at Rachel a show, but all your life. It's not only your background show. Because you always talk.
Every Wednesday, I have a Wednesday boost. I call it
Wednesday
boost to boost your spirit and boost you to,
I like
to
that.
motivate
I can
you
use
to
that.
continue. Get over the hump.
you.
Get
Yeah.
over the hump, and you got this. Lately, a lot of my words have been, you know what, you got to keep it moving. So
Yeah.
no matter what's going on, you just keep it moving.
Yeah, 'cause sometimes we just go.
Go.
You just need
Yeah.
something to pull you back every once in a while. And
Exactly.
refresh. Yeah.
And especially with what we as chefs do, like you said, with that go. So I'm just literally coming off of working Super Bowl 54 at Hard Rock Stadium.
Well, good for you, good for
Thank
you.
And culinary team, we got in at 2 in the morning. And we
Yep,
didn't-
that's how it is.
You know how the life is. And I literally got home 3 o'clock Monday morning. So it was, in essence, a whole
There you
24
go.
hours.
But they don't understand
They
that.
don't
Until
understand.
you tell them because
Bingo.
you're coming looking all fine and
Right. Right.
and then they think that.
Oh, my
And
God.
another thing also with the new millennial, the social media, they get it all wrong.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
don't
you know,
get me started on
the
that.
other end of this, I find that it's also great to be able to celebrate.
Yes.
Right.
Because it didn't happen overnight.
No,
Right.
not at all.
So the
Not at
reality
all.
is that
Right.
if you get that moment to shine,
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
by
Go
all means,
for it.
take that moment and shine because
Right.
you work and you deserved it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It doesn't come easy. It wasn't, you know, we
Absolutely
all
not.
have put so much work,
Yes.
I mean,
Yes.
to reach where we are, to be
Oh,
able to sit on a
definitely.
platform, we're able to motivate and inspire other people.
Right.
Right.
And I think it's on us as not just professionals, but as Haitian American or Haitian professionals as a whole to educate the next generation of Haitians to come. as
Yeah,
followers.
nice.
Because they have to know that we are more than what the media portrays.
Right.
You're PR, 2 chefs right here, and you're a coach, and so on and so forth. So we can do much more than
Right.
what.
That's good. I'm so
Community,
happy I got
yes.
you guys to come. So I don't know if anyone have a last word to say onto this cam before we close because we already, been our 1 hour. once you see X coming, it's like,
to go.
yeah, you are almost above your time. And yes, X, we're gonna close. So
But you'll get fed though.
yes,
Everybody
he
will
will.
get fed, all
He's
right?
gonna get fed.
That's the point, he's ready.
He's like, I'm ready to go. Do you have anything you want to say really quickly?
All I have to say is that when you are faced with obstacles, do not give up. Take the moment to learn from the experience and really pull yourself back up and keep it moving and don't stop in reaching your goals.
And you have anything?
Ladies first. How can they call you though?
Yeah, well, true
How can they
that.
reach out to you?
Well, of course, I have free consultations. If anyone needs to reach out to me, 770-294-3462. And thank you so much.
I'm going to
Thank you
put all
for
your
having me.
information
Yes,
also as
thank
well
you.
at the end when I get home.
Yes,
Great.
yes.
And Chef, anything you want
Which
to say?
camera? This one, that one?
Whichever one you
This
can
one.
say.
Too
Yeah.
many.
Right. So before anything else, thank you again, Chef Tia, for the opportunity to just
You're
come
welcome.
on
Yeah, it was
and share a little
fantastic.
bit
It
of
was
my
great.
story and my love for food. Basically, a motto that I'm living by is rise, shine, and grind.
Nice.
No simpler than that.
Nice. Good.
Love that.
I love
Thank
you
you.
guys. I love you
more.
I love you. I can go lift because I've been sweating. I've been sweating too much. Running up and down. You see all this? Me. After that, me. But anyway, I love you guys. Please stay blessed, share, and comment, because by doing so, you are allowing other people to know about them and the services they are bringing to us, to
Totally.
the community. I love you, and may God bless you, and please be safe, okay? Bye. That was Chef Tia.
Bye.
Bye, les amours. Je dis à la...
Okay, obviously, I am not good at flipping the sign. You should not go about doing your taxes alone. Call TaxFit 754-423-4234. I'm going to keep my data.